Welcome to On My Radar with me, the Gabby Cabby, on SRB Radio. On this show I check out and hook up with artists who are on that radar. And joining me today is a young lady with a voice of an angel and a talent that clearly runs through her family. I'm nothing special, baby. Believe me, Indica Campbell, you
that
are
line's a lie.
very special. How are you, and welcome to On My Radar.
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Brilliant. Now, we hooked up last time when you come into our monkey house,
Yeah.
and I connected with you through another Birmingham legend,
Yeah.
Brian Travers,
Yeah.
who had Facebooked up Coming Back to Me,
Yeah.
which I thought, what a track.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Indica Campbell was at the time. I knew that your name of Campbell, you was obviously the daughter of Duncan, or Ali, or Robin.
One of the three.
I hedged me bets.
Yeah.
And then you told me that your father is Ali Campbell.
Yeah.
And next week, you were going to be supporting your dad at the Brixton Academy and the National Indoor Arena in the greatest city on this planet, which is our home, and that is Birmingham.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel firstly about that?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous. Most nervous I've ever been.
How
but like
nervous?
nervous, excited.
How nervous do you get?
I've got a lot better. Like I'm actually okay now. Like for all the acoustic gigs that me and Stu do, because
Yeah.
we do a lot of like stripped back gigs without the band. I'm fine, but it's just if it's people I know, it kind of stressed me out a bit more. But for this big gig, I'm really excited, and I just think it's a major privilege to be offered that when we're not even a signed act yet.
Yeah.
Just being offered that is just amazing. I'm really grateful and really looking forward to it. And hopefully there'll be more.
And tonight, this is your, as you've deemed it, gig fit.
Yeah.
Getting gig fit.
Yeah.
You're at the Hare and Hounds
Yeah.
in Kings Heath in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Now in 1979, that man, your dad, who you're supporting
Yeah.
next week, started in this very pub
Yeah.
with the Au Pairs on a birthday celebration of a young lady that put on UB40 and the Au Pairs, and there's still a plaque to this day to UB40 in the Kings there. Kings.
And here I am following the tradition.
Yeah. Now, growing up, you must have always had music around your family. There must have always been a reggae feel because UB40. But your music is completely different to that, isn't it?
It's not reggae at all. The style that I'm doing. People think like, oh, you must have just been around music from the moment you woke up till the time you went to sleep. But
Yeah.
when I saw my dad walk around, I was whistling a song. I didn't think like, oh wow, he's like a great singer. I just went, shut up, Dad. I didn't. It's just like normal family life for me. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's what made me go into music. It's just the enjoyment, like pure enjoyment of doing the gigs and with my band as well. Just it's just fun, enjoyable. It's not like for any main gain in particular.
Yeah. What was that moment when you thought, do you know, I want to try and cut a career in the music industry. And when people say she's following her dad,
Yeah.
she's following her dad's footprints
Yeah.
and his dad's footsteps.
Yeah.
You are, of course you are, because you want to be a recording artist,
Yeah.
but you've had no help,
Nope.
you've asked for no help, you've done it all yourself, you've done it the right way,
Yeah.
you've gone out and you've worked your backside off.
Yeah, like people assume like I've just gone to my dad and said, oh, I want to do this now, as if it's just a hobby, but I started it all out myself, and he only found out months later after I'd done it, and that I didn't even go to him for help or anything. All the funding's come from ourselves, all the songs are written by us, we've only done one cover, and we're working really hard for it, and I'm glad we are, because a lot's coming from it as well. But even just the little gigs that we do, we're making a name for ourselves. Like I'm not taking the title, as his daughter. It's my own name, because it's all from, it's off my back. It's not him. But yeah, for the opportunity he has given me, I'm extremely grateful.
And again, it's it'd be the easy route to do that. Go, Dad, can you open some doors for me?
Yeah.
Dad, can you do that? My dad's Ali Campbell. My
We don't
dad's
want
got
it to be
UB40.
easy though, do we? We
Exactly.
like the challenge.
Yeah. Do you know, and I think that's it, because when you work at these bars where sometimes there's not many people watching you, sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's people that have never seen you before, sometimes there's people that you're very familiar with and they're very, very familiar with you, but you learn your trade. You learn it that way, you make your mistakes, as you say.
Well, the best followers that I've got and the best people who've got in touch with me are people who've just wandered in on a night, and I was doing an acoustic night, and then they followed me on Twitter the next day and they said like, oh, you made my night, like I wasn't expecting it at all, and I only found out who you were afterwards when you actually said what your name was, whatever. And like them saying they genuinely enjoyed it before even hearing my name is just really nice. Like, it's such a lovely feeling.
And you're such a lovely person. You're
thanks.
beautiful from the inside out, as well as on, you're a beautiful looking young lady.
Thank you.
I love the way that on your kind of Facebook and all your pictures, even tonight on the picture, Indica's always kind of holding her
my chin.
just round your chin.
The thinking pose.
Exactly.
You know those ones, I had it's a friend that took those pictures, and those ones that were chosen for the ones that are on like the EP and on these posters, they were ones that weren't even actual pictures. They were me like waiting for him to take the next pictures and setting up the lights, and I'd just sit and rest my hands and he'd be like, oh my god, hold that. I was like, oh okay. So he'd take it, and then they're the ones we ended up using. So I'm not always that moody. I'm usually a bit smiley.
But sometimes, and that's the thing about you, you're natural. When you have that natural pose, them are the best poses to have.
A lot of photographers say that.
Don't
it's
know.
like when you don't know even the pictures being taken, they're the best ones, they're the best pictures that come out.
Let's have a bit of a name check with some of the gigs that you've been doing around Birmingham. Have you been doing gigs further afield at the moment, or just in this wonderful city of ours?
I've done we did some in Sutton Coldfield, and we did some in Hales Owen. It's mainly Birmingham. It's Spotted Dog, the Roadhouse, Bohemian. We've done about like 8 now. 8 acoustic ones, 8 local acoustic ones. Just building up the following wherever we can.
And I've
I want
noticed
to play many, many more wherever I can.
Danny Bryler, you've played a few of his Sweet and Soulful, haven't you? The Bohemian Bar in Moseley.
That's always a lovely night. It's like such a nice feel to the night, that is. I'll keep in touch with him so I can do some more gigs for him.
He puts on some great things, and there's just so many brilliant people in Birmingham that are putting on great gigs.
Yeah, the people whose sets are playing are so good. I think his name was George Wilson, I think it was.
Okay.
He's really good. But like every set that I've played in of his nights, like I've always been on with really good people. I've always enjoyed the night itself as well as just playing it. Really like it.
And the white van driver, let's touch slightly on that.
We're going to go back to that.
Have you met him? Have you bumped into him again since?
I haven't bumped into him again, no. Luckily.
So for people that's listening, that didn't listen to the broadcast of the Biscuit Boys, you were literally walking down a road in Birmingham, and a white van man said something very complimentary to you about your backside.
It's not very complimentary when it's just shouted at you out the window. It was basically commenting on my bottom, saying how lovely it was, and I won't say kindly responded. I angrily responded. I said it's too great of them, like for someone with a face like yours, because I can't take being treated like a piece of meat. I don't think it's right at all. But you found it funny.
I thought it was brilliant, and I thought that was a great way of expressing your opinion to a guy that gave his opinion of you. Superb. Spain is a country that you were in for many years of your life. I'm guessing that you're fluent in Spanish. Tell me about some of your time out there, because you went there as a young child, didn't know any of the language or the lingo, and you picked it up, and so tell us about it.
I went when I was about 10 years old, and the school that I was put into was completely Spanish. So I was thrown in completely at the deep end, and it was kind of like learn Spanish, or you won't be able to make friends, you won't be able to even get an education or study or whatever. So the fact I was put in that situation, had to learn it, was like the best thing that ever could have happened to me. So it just made me more eager to want to learn more languages as well now, though.
Have you learnt any more?
No, when I was in college, in my last 2 years in Spain, I started doing French, and but then I came back to England then, but I've always been very keen on like maybe going to France for a few months or something. So I'm put in that situation again where I have to learn it, where like I'm forced to speak to locals and stuff to get around. So hopefully,
being a Brummie, we're good at stuff like that, aren't we? Because we talk to anyone. I was just talking to a young lady in the bar that I didn't know, and that's what we'll do. We'll be in a bar, we don't know anyone, and we will just open a conversation.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are. Now, your Facebook and your website, we certainly must give a mention to that.
Yeah, the website is www.indicacampbell.co.uk, and Facebook it's under Indica Campbell. We've also got, on the website you'll have links to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We've got a video on YouTube as well. So yeah, just keep it following. I'm always putting stuff up, so
I know
it never goes quiet.
Chocolate and things like that.
Yeah, you know all the important stuff.
Well, you've got to, you've got to have the funny stuff and the bit about your personality, as well as the serious stuff, which is the music.
Yeah.
Now, people say to me, Indy, I love her voice and think she's brilliant. What a great artist. I'm going to go and watch her. I'm going to buy her EP. The EP's out. We're going to be talking about that. And the next thing that people say, she's the young girl that sung with her dad, Ali, isn't it? It's something special.
That's not me, that's my older sister. I'm the baby of the family. I'm the one that's got jealous of my older sister doing a song, so now I'm doing some music now. I'm just in it. She didn't, she hates that video.
she really?
She didn't even like talking about it, but it's always there. It's always a really sweet video, but she never really got into music. She's a great singer as well, but she's never got into music. It's not me, that's Kabibi. I'm Indica.
Are any of your family here tonight to watch her?
She might be coming. She'll be coming in later.
Yeah.
My mum might be coming as well, and maybe some grandparents, and mainly just friends, a lot of friends, and just people I know around King's Heath who come in, and hopefully some people, some followers will turn up, because that's always nice as well. It's a nice surprise.
Because it's not just your dad. The Campbell dynasty goes back to your grandfather, Ian.
Yeah.
Who was a folk singer of this parish and put on many evenings of folk entertainment for local people, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Do you remember much about your granddad, or was you a little bit too young?
I was really young.
Yeah.
But one of the last times I saw him, it was kind of in between when I was coming and going from Spain.
Yeah.
I saw him, and I think my sister was like, "Do you know who this is?" And he recognised me straight away. I don't know how. He was like, "That's Ali's youngest." And we were all like, "Yeah." Like we didn't think he'd recognise me, but yeah. From what I know, from how I remember him, it's a good guy.
Would you say that your granddad is an influence in your musical taste? Because your music could be defined as a bit folky.
Do you think?
A bit indie. Hey, that's a great line. It certainly isn't like your dad. It's certainly not reggae.
No.
But it's it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you've been playing the solo stuff with just Stu on the guitar.
Yeah.
When you're supporting your dad, you've got the full band as well.
Yeah, it's all five of us there.
Yeah.
So that's bass, piano, drums, and Stu and me. So it should be really good. But I wouldn't say that. Obviously, him being musical is a slight influence, but I like so many different genres of music. I wouldn't say like I focus mainly on folk or tried to make it slightly like reggae or tried to avoid reggae, or I like so many different types of music. Like I couldn't say what I based my style on, but hopefully what I've been left with, like,
you based
it works.
You based it on Indica Campbell, but you're influenced by, it's like a big tub of Quality Streets that we get at Christmas, and there's loads of different bits and pieces. That's what music is. You take a bit of toffee, you take a bit of the old cream, and you take a bit of whatever you want to, you mix it up and you make it yours.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that mixture of making things, which is your EP. Title
is just Indica Campbell, the EP.
Okay,
yeah, it's very straightforward. It's an easy one to remember. Do you mean which songs in particular are on it?
Let's talk about some of the tracks on there,
The ones on there. The main ones that we play on the acoustic nights, really, the favourite ones. There's probably only one that we haven't put on SoundCloud that's on the actual EP for sale on iTunes.
Okay.
and I think that one's maybe Next Time. Is it the one that's not on SoundCloud? And that's a very slow, laid-back kind of bluesy number, I suppose you could say. I don't know, because you probably wouldn't see it as bluesy, you'd probably have your own opinion of it, but that's how I want people to see it. Like, same with lyrics, I want people to look into lyrics
told me off.
their own. I didn't tell you off, I just want people to see the lyrics their own way. Like, they're open to interpretation, I want them to just be relatable, basically.
And that's what art is, and that's what songs are. When you write it too autobiographical, it becomes very personal to you and probably not to others. But when you open it up, it transcends all boundaries and barriers, and it becomes something to other people as well. A little bit like an autograph. If you have an autograph,
that's why I enjoy my favourite songs. It's because I can relate to them. I think, oh God, I think this is about me.
Exactly. What are your favourite songs? If I said to you, Indy, give me 3.
I've got way too many.
Okay.
I've
just have a couple.
I love Sia. I think Sia is absolutely amazing. Her latest one, Elastic Heart, I absolutely love that. It's such a hard question.
I like hard questions.
Gautier, you know Gautier, who sang Somebody I Used to Know.
Okay.
He's one called Heart's a Mess, I love as well. And then just people like Ledger Chapman and Lily Allen, Kate Nash. So many. It's too many. I can't give favourites. It's just way too many.
So how many tracks have you got on the EP?
5.
Okay. So track 1 is.
I can't remember the exact order.
Okay. Let's have the 5 in any order, and just briefly talk me through them.
We've got Coming Back to Me, which is the first one we put out there.
Beautiful.
Everyone knows that. That's one of the favourite ones. It's like we've got one of the ones that's most listened to on SoundCloud. We've got Never Imagined, which is the last one we put out, which is also really
Should we go out there for a bit?
Yeah.
Show them.
I think I'm first on. My second on.
Do you know what running order you're at?
I was meant to be first.
We are going to this bit. Oh, we are. Yeah, jump on here, Indy. It's a bit quieter. Although when we're in a pub, it's never very quiet, is there? There's always a cackle of noise.
We've got Never Imagine, which is the last one we put out there. That's also a really well listened to one as well. We've got Maybe Next Time, which is it's one of the first ones me and Stu wrote together along with Coming Back to Me. He had a melody and I kind of had words, and he was like, sing it. I was like, I can't, I don't know how it goes. He's like, okay, just read it. So I started reading it out loud and I had a melody. I don't know how, but yeah. What else have we got? Maybe Next Time.
Is Hurt on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually I don't think, I'm not sure if it is now. Because I've got like all the list of the songs in the album in my head, I've just mixed them all up now, so I don't want to give you the wrong information for them.
Where can people buy it? Because it's on iTunes at the moment.
The EP is on iTunes,
The hard copy isn't yet available.
Not yet.
It will be very shortly.
Will be next week. So all the gigs for next week and for time after that, I'll be selling them.
And festivals as well. You're going to be busy this
doing
summer.
the Livestock Festival as well.
Tell me about that.
I'm really excited. I've never even thought about doing festivals before, but the fact he gave us that opportunity, the man who's running the festival, I'm really excited about that.
Who? Do you want to go and do you?
I just don't know when I'm on.
I'll tell you what, we'll cut this short.
Right.
Okay? So we'll play one of your tracks.
Right.
And then we'll get back in a moment.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm nothing special, baby, but I try the best I can, and I feel that I give all a woman can give, but I'm just not in love with this man. Now I've not forgotten the good times, those good times, they don't last long, and they fade
Well, you were right, Bab. You were first on.
Yeah, I was first on.
Absolutely
Good job I
fantastic.
ran out quickly.
I know we had to, didn't we?
Yeah, it's fine now. We're back now.
That's what I love with the liveness of what I do and the freshness, and it's all about the here, the now, and connecting. And I thought that every number that you sang, you looked into people's eyes and you connected with that audience. You had the audience in the palm of your hand, and I thought you absolutely smashed it.
Thank you. I like to try and engage with the audience. I mean, they've paid me the respect to come and see me, so I want to pay them the respect in return of singing to each individual person and hoping that they enjoy the show.
And it's been a long day for you.
Yeah. It's been so long. We'd just come from an all-day rehearsals, so a couple of songs that we sung in the set list were we've sung them God knows how many times today. So I was trying to still stay enthusiastic about them, but if there was a sense of lack of enthusiasm, I didn't mean for there to be. It's been a very, very long day, but I still enjoyed it very much.
I thought you were superb.
Thank you.
I thought you knocked everybody out. Even your Uncle Duncan was here to watch it as well and support you, wasn't he?
It was. That was a surprise to me as well. I just went over and saw him. I was like, oh, hello, this is a surprise. And he said he just wanted a little listen. And it was a nice to see him. I don't see him very often.
It's great to see the family come out and support you.
Yeah.
And when you were in Spain and you come back from Spain, you had a little term that you actually hate, don't you? You don't like anyone calling you Bab.
I hate Bab. I hate Bab with a passion. Not even just because of the job I do. Like, obviously, if you get a customer and they're like, "Oh, can I have this, please, Bab?" It's like, ugh. It's like, I know it's supposed to be a term of endearment or something, but I don't know. Not too fond of it just yet. Maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know.
It's not resonated, or it doesn't resonate.
No, not quite yet. We'll see.
But it is a term of endearment in Birmingham.
Yeah.
It's one that we do. You're right, Bab. How are you, Bab?
Yeah.
And that's the way. Where have you been rehearsing today? Where do you rehearse?
Today we're in Rich Bitch in Selly. That's where me and Stu first went to write our first songs, and it's where we always go to rehearse a lot of the time in the dance studio and stuff. But the recordings that we've actually done of the EP were all done in Tower Studios up in Pershore.
Yeah.
So travel around a bit, we do our homework and make the effort to go to the right places to do what we need to do.
And that's where your dad used to go and record as well, didn't he? Many years ago.
Well, a lot of big people, really good people, really talented people. I mean, the music studio we were in today, so many amazing bands have been in there. It's just an amazing thing. Like, oh my god, just all the bands have been in there. I'm here just randomly, but such a nice feeling though.
Does that inspire you even more when you've got such magic within those walls and the history that's steeped there in the Rich Bitch Studios in Selly Oak part of Birmingham?
Yeah, because it kind of makes you feel like one of them. It's like they were here, they were doing these all-day rehearsals as well. They probably got sick of their songs a little bit, but it just adds to the whole experience really, which is why we're doing it. It's what we love, so we'll never get fed up of it.
And that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the reason to do it as well. And the best reason, because you love it.
Yeah.
Because you care about it, because you're passionate about it. And that's why I love to do my interviews and stare into people's eyes.
I've noticed.
But you get more from people when you do that. You can do things over a phone, you can do things kind of very, very impersonally, but it's the warts and all that you get when you're sitting next to somebody and you watch them gig and you're part of what they are and what they do.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came along and I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Well, you know me, blimey, it's going to start, so we're going to finish. I think I did your first radio interview.
You did.
And hopefully you'll have thousands more, Bab. Indica Campbell, and I thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.
Good night, God bless, and thanks for listening. Ta-da.
trying to find you, but you're always far from me. I guess what I am trying to say, are you coming back to me? For too long I've been on this road where nothing ever changes, and it's lonely on my own, and this is hurting me. This is hurting me. Just one of those crazy things that you never see. I wanna hold you, don't ever let you go, 'cause I need you, I want you to tell you that I love you so. I was only trying to find you, but you're always far from me. I guess what I am trying to say is, when you're coming back to me. I was only trying to love you, but you're always far from me. I guess what I am trying to say is, when you